G'day folks, Corey here. In the interest of helping others out and to continue on the theme of recent videos published by a few of the tournament guys, I thought I'd help a few out by talking about culling today, doing a little video on culling. What is culling? You may not be aware. Culling is, if you're fishing a tournament, the idea is to weigh in your 3 biggest fish for the day. And culling is the process by which you ensure that you're actually weighing in your 3 biggest fish that you catch during the day. You might catch 10 legals on any given day out on the water. You've got to determine which of those 10 are the biggest. Okay, and there's a range of different ways in which you can do it. You can do it simply by sight, looking into your well and saying, well, this one here is bigger than that one in my well, so I'm just going to swap them out. Okay, that is easy, quick, easy, but very inaccurate. The second way, which a lot of guys still use, is to do by length of fish. Yes, there's a correlation between length and weight of fish. So basically all you do is you have some tags. They might be numbered 1 to 3. You measure your first fish. It might be 32 centimeters, so you put tag 1 on that and you record that somewhere. Okay, catch your 3, then you catch a 4th, which is 34. That's bigger than your first fish, so out goes your 32, and you swap it over with your 34. Now, I for one don't like that system because I've caught plenty of shorter fish that weigh more than longer fish in my live well. Just like people, you know, you get your short stocky guys that are going to weigh more than tall skinny guys. So Hobie comps are a live weighing comp. The winner is determined by the heaviest cumulative weight over 2 days, and because it's a weight that they're looking for, I've always culled by weight. Okay, and so the way I do that, well, I'll explain it in this video. So before you can do it, you need a few little bits of kit. The first one, scales. Okay, and then, no, not just any old scales. You need scales that have a memory. Okay, so these scales have got an 8-bank memory bank. I only really need 4 or 5, but this one's got 8. So I can weigh my fish and then store that weight into a memory bank. You need some tags. So this is the tag, it's just a numbered buoy. This is number 2. Got a bit of cord with some heat shrink on it. The heat shrink's there just to stop the cords from tangling, and a clip on the end, which I pin into the jaw of the fish. And the final bit of kit you need, that everyone needs, is just your ruler, and that's just basically to make sure that you're weighing in legal fish. Okay, so if a fish is a bit, you know, touch and go whether it's legal or not, I always chuck it on the ruler just to check that it's 29 here in Victoria, 26 in New South Wales. Yeah, you've got to make sure your fish is legal. That's the only reason I use a ruler. I don't use a ruler for any other reason, just to see if they're legal. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm fishing here. I've already got one in the well. I'll try and get some fish and show you the actual process by which I catch them, weigh them, and then put them in the well, and hopefully get enough to show you how I then upgrade. But yeah, I'm going to get back. There's some fish sounding up, so hopefully I'll get a few, and I'll be back on the camera next time I catch one. Cheers. Hey guys, so just caught my first fish, and I'm just going to show you what I do when I cull normally. So I'll point the camera down. So I'll chuck him on the ruler first, just to make sure he's legal. This guy's 34 tip, he's clearly legal. Once I know he's a legal fish, I grab my tag and clip him in the side of the jaw. Now, bream have got this small little membrane of skin just in here, which is quite easy to pierce. You just push it through there, doesn't hurt the fish too much. Just pull it out of his mouth, and then I close the clip. This is tag number 1. Okay, so then what I do is I grab my scales, which I keep in the centre house right here. Alright, shit going everywhere. So I turn my scales on and make sure they're tared to 0. Okay, so you can see they're tared to 0.01 there. So now they're tared to 0. My little clip's got a little hole in it, so I lift my fish up, weigh him. He's 580 grams. So I press the lock button and store him into bay number 1. Okay, so he's in bay 1 now. All right, and now that fish can go in the live well. Just lock him in like that. The tags are handy for holding the fish. So in he goes. Now I just keep fishing. All right, back into it. So what I actually do like to do is get tag buoy number 2 ready. I have sitting here. All right, I'll just chuck that somewhere, usually down here. so it's ready to go just in case I get another one quickly. Alright, there's some fish marking up. I'm going to get back into them. Hopefully I get another one quickly. Yoo! Number 2, finally. Took a while. It's actually number 3. I was mucking around with the camera earlier and I dropped one in the water, so I didn't get to show it to you. But, yep. Second fish for the day, number 2 boy. Easy as that. So this guy's legal. I don't need to measure him. Pin him in the side of the jaw. I'll just move the angle of the camera there. Pin him in the side of the jaw like that. Back out through his mouth. Clip it up. Clip it up. Grab your scales. Turn on the scales. Sorry. Yep. They'll tear to 0. Move to bay number 2 on my scale. So select bay number 2. Weigh him. 650. Lock it in and store it in bay number 2. Okay. And then we're good to chuck him in the well. That's it. So that is all you have to do. Job's done. Now I'm going to try and find number 3. There's a good little section where the river narrows just up here, and I've just got one good hit, one fish out of it, so I'm hopeful there's another few there. Number 3's in the net. So yeah, he's not a bad one, this one too. So number 3, pretty much the same as number 2. Don't really change the system too much. Number 3 tag. Grab my fish and pin it in the side of his lip. Oh, he's a bit fresh still. I always use a net like this as a little bit of a cradle just in case the fish jumps a bit. It's always a good idea, a bit of extra security. So instead of falling out of the yak, he's going to fall back into the net, and it protects the fish, stops him from getting smashed and losing scales, excuse me. But it also just gives me that extra piece of security. So, okay. Alright, so move to bay 3. Hold the fish up. He is 740, so he's the biggest so far. Lock him into bay 3. Actually 750. So he's locked into bay 3. Now I'm just going back through my bays and I can see that bay 1, the fish that's stored into bay 1, is the smallest. So if I get another fish now, my 4th fish, that's the one that will come out. I'd just like to take a mental note of that when I get my 3rd. Lock him in the well. We're good to go fishing again. Upgrade time. Hey guys, number 4. He's a clear upgrade, so I'm just looking at him and he's quite a good fish. So I've just looked back at my scales. Number 1 is the smallest fish in my well at the moment, so I'm just going to grab him out. Excuse me while I do that. Right, it's easy enough. You just look for the boy. Don't worry about looking at fish. There's number 2. Number 1. So there he is. Yeah, so I'm looking at these 2 fish, clearly an upgrade. So I'm not even going to bother with the other boy. Sometimes if they're the other tag, if they're close and I can't tell the difference physically between them, I'll put this number 4 in the other fish, then weigh it, and then swap the tags over. But here it's an obvious one. So there's number 1. He's going back. And there is number 4. So a clear upgrade. So he now becomes number 1. So I'll peg number 1 in there. Alright. Grab my scales. Turn them on. Okay, now with bay number 1 selected, I weigh it. So he had to be 590 to beat the other guy. And he's 750, so I lock him in. Well, he's 780 actually. Lock him in, and now he's in bay 1. Okay, so that was about a 200 gram upgrade in the end. Just caught this little guy. He's probably somewhere in the 500s maybe. Definitely not an upgrade. Let him go straight away. Hey guys, back home now. Kayak's all packed up, washed. Rods are sitting there drying after they've been washed. Ended up being a pretty good day on the water. Got about 12 in the end, so I stopped rolling after I caught 5 or so. But yeah, continued to catch a few as the day went on. Just wanted to show you how the scale sort of looked at the end of the day. So these are my scales, the Rapala ones that I was talking about and that you saw me using on the water. So here you can see, sorry, excuse me, bay number 1. The weight of bay number 1, which was 780 grams. Okay, now if I move along to bay number 2, 650 grams, and bay number 3 was 750 grams. Okay, now if I move down, max, that just means my biggest fish was in bay number 1, minimum, my smallest fish is in bay number 2, and if I go down again, it gives me my total weight, which is 2.18 kilograms. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little scales. Culling, definitely I think weighing is the way to go. Might take you a bit longer, but it's going to give you peace of mind that you're definitely getting the biggest fish in your bag. Thanks for watching the vid. Cheers.